Welcome to this week's episode of the Rantoul Roundup, where we round up the news so you don't have to. In this week's episode, we have the director of the library, Miss Holly, with us. She's going to be talking to us about some events that are constantly going on at the library and about some events that are coming up in early September, as well as Mayor Smith. Mayor Smith's going to be on with us to talk with us about upcoming events and projects for the village as well. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and we'll see you at the end.
My name's Holly Thompson. I'm the director of the Rantoul Public Library, and I'm here to tell you about some of the activities we have happening at the library this month.
That's fantastic, Holly. Thanks so much for being on the show. So let's dive right into it. What do you have going on?
Well, every week we have a Tai Chi instructor who's been doing Tai Chi at the library. Most of the times they meet outdoors outside the library, but if it's bad weather or extremely hot or raining or whatever, they'll come inside.
Okay. And when is that usually?
That is 11 a.m. on Tuesdays and also at noon on Fridays.
Okay, so twice a week.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And then on Thursdays, we also have some weekly programs. We do a preschool story time at 10 a.m. for little kids. And we do card making for adults where you can come in and make greeting cards. And the library provides all the supplies for those. And that's at 1:30 p.m. on Thursdays. And then we have a Yarn and Yak group where people bring in their own projects. Usually it's crochet and knitting. It could be needlepoint or anything with fabrics, textiles, yarn, thread, whatever. And that is just people bringing in their own projects and working on it and talking while they do it.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Usually, so far that group has usually been mostly women. We've had one or two men attend in the past. So I guess it is certainly worth a shot of coming.
For sure. And what else do you guys have going? I mean, you guys, being the library, you have an extensive list of things going on almost every week, and I think we don't always know what's going on. So those were some of the things that you guys have weekly. What else do you guys have going on?
Well, on Saturday, August 26th, we have an adult summer reading program finale party.
Okay.
And you don't need to have completed the entire program to have done it. And even if you weren't really in the program, probably something you did this summer, if you read anything at all, or came to any library activities, you probably did something that kind of fit in with the program. So we would still enjoy having you if you would like to come. However, for that one, we are asking people to RSVP, so we are able to prepare for it. Okay. And we're hoping people can call the library and let us know they're coming by Thursday, August 24th, if they want to come to that party, which will be at 2 p.m. on Saturday, August 26th.
Okay, very good. And then does that wrap up August, or do we still have a couple more things in August?
We'll continue to have our weekly, regular weekly programs in August, but that will be the last special event in August.
All right. Now, what about September? What do you have coming up this September?
On September 6th at 7 p.m., we're going to have an online program with Colson Whitehead. So it's called The Power of Story with Colson Whitehead. He was a Pulitzer Prize writer. He's only the fourth writer to have won 2 Pulitzers in the fiction category, and those were for The Underground Railroad in 2017 and The Nickel Boys in 2020. And his latest book is called Crook Manifesto, and it's a darkly funny tale of a city under siege, but it also portrays a portrait of the meaning of family.
Okay.
And so that one's going to be online. We're sharing this program with other libraries. We have a link on our Facebook page that you could get to.
I got an idea.
Yeah, sorry.
Why don't we just put that link in the description?
Oh, yeah, that's even better. I'm sorry.
And then people can follow it. No
yeah,
worries.
and the rest was underscore Colson Whitehead.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, but we'll add that link to the
and that's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
So we have that going on. That's through Illinois Library Presents, which is a collaboration among various public libraries in Illinois, and it's funded by the Illinois State Library, the Office of Secretary of State, the U.S. Institute of Museum and Library Services, under the provisions of the Library Services and Technology Act.
Gotcha.
Another thing we're going to have in September is a Healthy Sense program, and this is offered by the University of Illinois Extension.
Okay.
And currently, we are collecting surveys to find out what the best day and time will be for people to take that course.
Okay, all right. So if you're interested, how could people get in touch to tell you when that would be good for them?
So they can either come into the library and fill out a paper survey, or we're going to be putting something on our Facebook page probably today or tomorrow that will have a QR code that they could go to and fill out the survey online. So either way is fine. And the class, if you're interested in it, it's going to have topics like how to save money at the grocery store, container gardening, and making healthy food choices.
Very cool. Okay. And what else do we have going on?
And for September, that we have a couple other events, but I'm not supposed to advertise them yet. So if you contact the library, we will we'll be putting out September calendars, and they'll show on our September calendars, or you can ask about those. We're looking at the dates of September 8th and September 29th. It would be an evening event that would be fun for the whole family.
There you go.
But I can't give the details on it yet.
Okay, that sounds really good. Yeah. And then in September, you have your regular weekly events as well?
That's right. So all the weekly events that I mentioned before would be happening in September. We'll also have a Friends of the Library meeting in September, so anyone who is interested in getting more involved with coming to the library and helping out, that would be a good time to do that. It's at 1:15 p.m. on Monday, September 18th. And one thing that they'll be discussing at that meeting is we're going to be doing a free book giveaway late October and early November. So if you think that would be something that you would like to help out with, if you come to the Friends of the Library meeting, you can get information on helping with that. And the helpers would have first pick of the free books we'll be giving away.
Very cool. Very awesome. Well, Holly, this sounds like the library has got so much going on and so many fun things to do. And even though we can't talk about what's coming up, I know those are going to be fun family-filled events. So hopefully, guys, if this is something that you guys are interested in getting more involved with the library, feel free to give them a call and they can give you more details on things. But thanks for coming on.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Rantoul Roundup, everybody. I have a very special guest with me today. Mr. Mayor, how are you?
I'm well, Kimmy. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I am so excited to talk to you today. This is our first chance to get on the Roundup together, and I can't wait to hear what you have to tell me about what's going on.
Well, there's a lot going on in our town, Kimmy.
There sure is. There sure is. Well, let's start with the Half Century Farm Progress Show, because we got that going on this weekend.
Yeah, I think everybody in town's noticing that. So all the farm implements and tractors and semis and people coming and hot dog vendors, it's all this pouring through the town like crazy right now.
Yeah.
Campers the other way.
Campers, yeah.
So they're bringing their mobile homes into town, so that means the grocery stores are going to prosper, the gas stations are going to prosper, and of course our restaurants are going to do very well too.
Oh, so I'm sure it's going to be a great weekend for everybody. I noticed I was on the road coming home from Champaign this morning, and I noticed people with tractors and trailers, and I just had to guess that they were coming here for everything. It was great. What for people like me, for somebody like me who hasn't had a chance to go out there and see what's going on out there, can you tell me about what that brings to the village and how that works?
It brings a lot of interest from worldwide. This is the largest antique farm show in the world.
Wow.
Okay, so they draw people from overseas, from Europe, and it's just been a phenomenal asset to the folks from Penfield, I&I,
yes, yeah,
who sponsor this. But it also has been a wonderful caveat for us to be able to market Rantoul.
Yes.
And to create interest in our community. It's put some recognition to our town with that.
Yeah.
It's been nice to work with public announcers like Max Armstrong. Max is a real big believer in this program. I am too.
Yes, yeah, you are.
And these farmers, they work hard because they want you to come and enjoy what they have on display and look at the history of agriculture, because this is really an agricultural town. This is how we started, was agriculture, and then the military came. But first came agriculture. And it's quite a compliment to the small town of Rantoul. We have the world's largest antique farm show in the world.
So say you have a family. I know it's going to be hot this year. I know there's going to be cooling stations and things like that out there. But say you have a family who's looking for something to do this weekend. What can the family expect, or what can people expect when they go out there?
Well, there's all types of different interests. This show is a family show.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, I'll preface to that by saying that we've never had an incident, not one.
That's awesome.
In all the years that this show has been going on in this community. So it's safe for the family. Families come and they can be together. They enjoy looking at how not only the parents but the grandparents farmed and lived, and what they had to endure to get a crop in, and how the machinery has changed so much over the years to make agriculture a more intricate part of our economy and our society as well.
And now they have more than just the antique tractors and stuff, right? You mentioned food vendors. Oh. Are there craft vendors? Like, what other stuff is out there as well?
Well, all of that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there's crafts out there. There's model tractors if you're into collecting those types of things. Old signs that used to hang on the side of the barns,
Cool. Yeah, and, I love old signs myself.
They're expensive, don't get me wrong. Yeah, this stuff is antiques, and so you're going to pay a nice price, but you'll have a prize for it too. So there's something for everyone. Flags, shirts, farm hats of all kinds and natures.
Oh, hey, okay.
And lots and lots and lots of good food.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to going out and having my first Pronto Pup.
Pronto. See, I've got to get over there. I heard about those last year, or not? Was it year? It's every 2 years, so it was the year before. Yeah, and I didn't make it out there this year. I don't have to work as much on the weekend, so I'm looking to sneak over there at some point and try some of the food out. What are your top 3 favorite food items?
Oh, I like corn on the cob. I like elephant ears.
Oh, elephant ears are the best.
And the Pronto Pups.
The Pronto Pup.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
All right. Well, there's the mayor's top 3, guys.
And either with mustard or mayonnaise or ketchup.
Okay.
Yeah, not mayonnaise, but ketchup.
Ketchup, yeah. Mayonnaise might be a different taste,
that's an odd one.
Everybody has their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what other things could the community find out there, and how can we be supportive with the Half Century Farm Progress Show?
Well, they can find that we've developed the area for economic reasons. So one of the hangars has a new business in it.
Yeah.
Okay, Maverick Piping is there.
Yeah.
And they've taken the old flatline grill and hangar and totally renovated it. It's beautiful on the inside and outside. And they are now producing piping.
So is that PVC pipe? Is that correct?
It is.
Okay.
PVC pipe, right. They've just been hiring their first employees, and they're going to be hiring more. So that's on the upswing. Also located out there where the farm show is going on is B-52 BMX.
Yeah, yep.
And that's exciting to have it right there on the airport.
Yeah.
And they race motorcycles there. Okay, and the kids have a wonderful time, and they're jumping way high up in the air.
I've got to get over there and see that too. I've been a little behind on things, but that's one of the things I want to.
That's a must.
Yeah,
that's an absolute must. And so that's how we're growing the community. Okay. And so that's what you would see there.
Okay. Yeah. So let's pivot then, because I know we've got a lot of fun things happening. You and I are both waiting for that Starbucks to open.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
so tell me about everything else that we have going on that you can tell us about.
Okay,
obviously.
Near the interstate, we have a brand new Starbucks that will be opening mid-September.
Okay.
Okay. Next to that, we have Verizon.
Yep, I saw their signs up.
Verizon's just about ready to open.
Okay.
Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
They are preparing to open also.
That'll be good.
City Nails will be in there.
Okay.
There is Little Caesars is coming to town.
It's coming back.
Yeah, it used to be here many years ago.
I remember when it was out by IGA, down from IGA when IGA was there. Yep,
yes.
On the far end where the nail salon,
yes.
I think was at, or close to that. Yep, I remember. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited to have a Little Caesars and a Starbucks close to my house, guys. Very close to my house.
And then there's a new ice cream store coming.
Really?
Yes. So Mum's the word right now. It's not up to me to announce it, but
yeah.
folks, we got some ice cream coming. So.
Okay, ice cream's on the way, guys.
So, in addition to that, we've been working with the owners of the land out where the sports complex is at. We have we've been talking and in negotiations with 3 new hospitality industries.
Very good. I know we've been talking about that for a while, so
Yes,
we've been trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Yes, so that's coming. The place is just booming.
Here's my big question.
Okay.
It might be a little contentious. I'm not sure, and I'm not trying to provoke anybody. But all of this stuff, a lot of this stuff is happening out on that side of town, on the west side of town. So what about some of the other stuff that's happening on the east side of town, or is there anything else that we maybe haven't heard about yet that you can talk about?
Well, sure. There's a new family restaurant getting ready to open up on the east side of town called Van Fam.
At the old Pizza Hut building.
Old Pizza Hut building, yes. And so that's going on. Of course, you have the new, was it Fashion Nails?
Yep, they went into the old gas station.
The old gas station there on the corner, yeah. So there's some things happening on the east side. The primary thing is the more commercial businesses is on the west side.
Yep, yeah.
And so trying to get people interested and to invest on the east side is more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have to be people who are really interested and really invested on making something kind of like an attraction or something that'll catch you to get you on that side of town.
Exactly.
Maybe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they don't need a lot of volume.
Yeah.
To make a living in it. Yeah. So.
Well, Mr. Mayor, we have talked for almost 10 minutes and you've really told me a lot of amazing things. Are there anything else you want to tell me about during this conversation, or do you want to save it for our next one?
Let's save all the goodies for next time.
That sounds like a good deal. Well, Mr. Mayor, it's been great to have you on today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity, Kimmy. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks for listening today, guys. I appreciate your patience with me getting this episode out a little bit later this week. Thanks to Holly and Mayor Smith for coming on. I hope to have them on once a month going forward to keep us all updated with what's going on at the library and what's going on in the village. I think that would be a fun way for us to stay in the know. I'm also looking at adding a business segment, maybe once a month or twice a month, having somebody from local businesses come in and tell us about what they do and their story behind why they started their business. So if you know of anyone out there who might want to come on and tell me their story, that would be wonderful. That's not the only thing that I'm looking forward to doing. I am getting ready to start another segment as well about the history of Rantoul and a little bit of the background of our community so that people can get to know some of our community members a little bit better. So if you know somebody who has an interesting story here in town who may want to come on and speak with me, post it. Let me know about it. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email, and I'd love to get to talk with them. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week. Hopefully the next episode will be out, I'm hoping on Monday. I got a little bit waylaid with some changes I made in my life this week, but we're getting on track. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your week. Get out there and enjoy the sun. Make sure you drink plenty of water. A big hug from me to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.